Titancraft Season 10, where we are being attacked by a drown. I just sat here for an entire day saying, hey, well, I'm going to record at dawn, and I actually wait till it's nighttime. So we're going to fly back to our bed really quick and sleep the night off. Here we go. Look at that moon fly with a new plugin, even though we can just do that too. Night has been skipped, thank you. So today, we are continuing to dig in the mesa, but I have a big announcement, so big in fact, that I need to make sure OBS is guaranteed to be recording everything. Yeah, alright, awesome. So, and then let me just make sure these are okay. Actually, I'm going to turn music back on. I realized I turned music off a while ago, and I want to turn it back on a little bit. 10% should be okay. Alright, so, what is this announcement I keep hinting at? Now, to me, I find this pretty exciting that today I'm going to announce this should be, now keyword being should, be the last episode of the first half of Season 10. Now, what that means is being episode 175, my current plan is to do 350 episodes. I've been pretty quiet up to this point in the season. I keep kind of saying I have a plan, but I don't want to make it public. I decided for the halfway point of the series, I might as well, since by episodes this is the halfway point of the season, although not by days, but by episodes this is the halfway mark today, and I guess the reason I wanted to bring it up now is I'm like, it might as well just, what better time to say that? My plan is 350 episodes. I've been hinting that I have an idea of what I want to go with for a while, and finally in the last, I kind of decided like a week ago or so, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to make the announcement now. There's no better time to make the announcement that, hey, this is what we're going to go forward with. Now, there are going to be the people now wondering, so what prompted this decision, obviously? Now, this decision is because if you look at the total episode number, that's where all this math comes into play. Now, because episode 350 of Season 10 is going to be the 1000th Titancraft episode, and so continuing with the idea that this is going to be the last season of Titancraft, I thought there wouldn't be a better point to end the Titancraft series on than episode 1000 total. I just, like, looking over everything, I'm like, I think that's the best way to go out with the series, and so that's what I've decided on. I hope I can stick to that plan. Obviously, it's possible it's going to change. Oh, Clash is fine. Okay. But I'm really hoping this is a plan I can stick with and keep going. Is just slowly working towards episode 350. That's also why we've done this daily streak. I never really made clear at the beginning of the season why I was doing the daily episodes besides to beat Season 5. It's because to do what I want to do here, I absolutely had to do that. I have absolutely had to have a crazy long daily streak to get enough episodes out in time that right now I think I could probably do every other day safely for the rest of the season, although I'm really bad at maintaining every other day, so that's why we continue to do daily, plus the school year is going to be really tough on me, so I might as well get as far ahead as I possibly can. And, the other reason that I chose 250 is, it's far ahead of the 250 in Season 5, so I can really make sure it's Season 10 is undeniably in first place. I really did want Season 10 to be a record holder, and so, the idea to make Season 10 350 episodes actually was born in Season 9. Early Season 9, in fact. Probably in the first 15 episodes of Season 9, roughly, because it was at that point when I all of a sudden realized that 1,000 episodes wasn't that out of the question to get left in the series. And so at that point I decided, I'm like, okay, if I get 115 episodes of Season 9, I can do a 350 of Season 10, and the last episode of the series will be episode 1000. And welcome back. And so I set my sight on that way back in early Season 9. And that's actually why then in Season 9, why even with everything that went on, I kept Season 9 going. I know that could on YouTube leave some people's heads scratching when I made pretty clear that I was getting very annoyed with Season 9, why I kept uploading it so much. It's been the episode goal all along. Was there any other reason? Not really. Besides the fact that I just didn't want another incomplete season, I guess. But that was my biggest goal at the time, was setting us up for Season 10's episodes. And so that is actually the current status of that. Now, I guess looking at the episodes in the long run here, what for the actual season length. Currently, I guess this is the plan we've had now that this is the idea for a season length that I came up with first in about a year ago when I was thinking about the future of the group. And this is what we're sticking with now, obviously. I want to say that, I want to make this clear as I'm announcing this right now. This is not locked in place because I cannot tell you what the future is going to bring. This 2020 has already been wildly unpredictable. And so I just don't want to like absolutely like say, oh, my word is gospel right now with regarding the future of the group, because it isn't. Things could change. But as of now, the plan is July 22nd, 2021, the group's 6th anniversary will be the end of season 10. That's the idea we've kind of decided on a long time ago. And the group seemed to be, for the most part, the group seemed to agree with doing a season that long, and that's what we've been aiming for. And that's why I keep saying we have so much time left in the season to do all this stuff, because we do. We have, even from now, over a year. We're only a third of the way into the season by time. And so, that'll by far make season 10 the longest by not only episodes, but by actual, like, time. And so, it is significant. I originally, actually, when I was coming up with concepts for this season, way back in 2018, during season 6 is when the idea for the early concepts for the final seasons were brainstormed. Believe it or not, I think I've mentioned it before a few times, but that was when, for the most part, things were first thought upon. Was that this season would actually end, weirdly enough, in about a month on July 22nd of 2020, and the 5th anniversary was going to be the end. And as we got into 2019, I was trying to figure out the problem with the 3 failed seasons as I was in the process of planning season 9. It occurred to me, I'm like, you know what? With all of these issues we've ran into here, it seems one thing is we put caps that were too soon on seasons. And so I'm like, you know what? To allow us to have time to actually want to do mega builds, let's just put it from the start of the season that it's going to be a really, really long season. And so that's what I did. And I do credit that to be part of the reason why I think the season is being more successful. Is we're taking our time a little bit with some of the builds, but we also know we have time to do these mega builds, which is why, obviously, I put a ton of time into planning the Nether Hub for this season, and we're starting to get working on that. I mean, my mega base, I kind of also had the idea, though, I want the season to be long enough that you can build a mega base a year in, and still have half of a year to enjoy that mega base, because that's a serious issue we had in earlier Titancraft seasons, where, especially season 1 and season 5, the current 2 longest seasons we have by time, is that both of them, the biggest bases of the season, were built in the last 2 months. And so we really didn't enjoy the builds. We got to build them, and, I mean, both mega storage rooms, the season 1 and the season 5 one, barely got used. I mean, I kind of used my season 5 a little bit. The season 1 storage room, I don't even know if I ever used that one. So, it's just a case of, I wanted to leave us with a lot more potential this season, and that's why I chose this. And so, again, I'm making this public now because I kind of want to document the journey of the season, and being that this is in the season 10 playlist, this is the halfway point. If you're watching this and you're like on a marathon of season 10 for whatever reason, congratulations, you're halfway through season 10. This is the halfway marker. Now there's still a ton to go. Let me check the code down. But now I guess that's also, I'm just trying to think of what to say here. Worth noting that the pace of content is going to change considerably in the second half here. Obviously, Daily has made the style of the first half very much rushed in a lot of the episodes, and I guess for that reason, I think some of the episodes are pretty low quality in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree. Now, the second half, while the Daily Streak's going to continue on a little bit longer, it's near its end. I think I've made it pretty clear now. In July, I'm going to be ending the Daily Streak.
Journey's End.
This Journey's End. Initially, it's just going to be, because initially I'm ending the Daily Streak to skip a few days in July, so that way episode 200 goes out on the group's 5th anniversary. But after that, I am going to start straddling uploads much more often.
Like, hold up, I just recreated the freaking bug.
Oh, huh. But I guess what was I gonna say? Shit, I lost my train of thought.
Something with the season.
Oh yeah,
ending
I
and
guess
stuff.
no, the season end with the pace of uploads. I mean, as the daily streak goes on, I mean, post July 22nd, I definitely want to do semi-daily, like not like semi-daily in the sense every other day, but like mostly daily, because school is gonna my senior year of high school is going to be extremely difficult for me. I have a class lineup. I mean, I'm not going to publicly share my schedule on YouTube because that's personal to me. But I mean, it's really difficult. I loaded my schedule probably way harder than I should have. I know I have anxiety problems, and this is going to like give me anxiety attack after anxiety attack for 9 months. But that's how my high school year is going to end up going. And so getting episodes out a lot is going to be difficult. And to guarantee that we make it to 350 episodes, I do want to get as far ahead in the series as possible, which is why right now, I guess, considering, I mean, if you do the math, even though in the first 6 months of the year we're doing 180 some episodes of 2020, and then from July 22nd, or I guess from for a 1 year gap starting from right after this July 22nd to the next one, we're only doing 150 total episodes. Even though that, with how hard school is going to be, like, I'm going to really try to keep coaching this series along. I mean, I'd like to be, I guess, ideally by Halloween, we will definitely be in record territory in terms of the length of the series, meaning we'll be at episode 251. And at that point, I kind of hinted, there probably will be some style changes for the last 100 episodes as we kind of reach a really mature point in the group's progression, and I can't wait to kind of get there and show off everything. I mean, I take that back. I don't want to get there because I don't want summer to ever end. I don't want to go back to I do not want to go back to the cold months of the year, but I guess we'll take what we get here.
Baba boy.
It is weird to think, actually, though, that with how long the season is, we basically started just barely after the shortest day of the year, when the days were just starting to gain some light back. Then we're going through one summer solstice. We're going all the way back to the shortest day of the year, and then we're going to see the longest day of the year again yet this season. And then it'll be just a little bit shorter than when the season ends. And now, obviously, it's going to be a really weird point when season 10 ends, I think. I kind of have hinted at it a little bit. Obviously, I don't like talking too much about what's going to happen after, because I know season 5 I advertised as the last Titancraft season, and that didn't happen, obviously. But the thing that's different about the end of season 10 versus season 5 is July 22nd, 2021 is about, what, like 40 some days after I graduate from high school. I'm likely not going to have time to do YouTube anymore. And so, I mean, unless this channel suddenly takes off in the next year, and I still wish I could, but I don't have a whole lot of hope for that anymore, and could find a way to make me a source of income, I can't defend putting all my time into YouTube anymore. What do you do?
Stop.
Nice. But, and so it's inevitable that in about a year's time, the series, no matter whether or not I like it, oh god,
I'm out of the fortress. Screw you.
In about a year's time, it's gonna be time to move on from the channel, and maybe I'll do occasional streams and stuff after that. But it's right now very unlikely that after season 10 this channel is going to continue unless there's major subscriber growth and view growth in the next 12 months. I mean, and I'm not talking like, oh, we go from what we're at now at 170 subs to, I don't know, 200 subs. No, I'm talking the channel would probably have to be well over 1,000 subscribers for me to continue actively uploading YouTube videos. And I mean, I'd have to be getting several thousand views a month, enough to at least make it so I have the ability to get the YouTube partnership program. If I can't monetize in a year, I just don't know how I can defend going on. Because
yeah, we have to be family friendly.
Family friendly, yeah, that's not a thing.
Maybe he'll talking about that.
Yeah, I won't be able to do much with him anymore on YouTube, but I guess again, it's just it's a fact of life of growing up that I can't do this forever without making money, and so I mean, while I could do some other stuff on here at some point in a year, that's probably gonna be it for the show. I mean, it's kind of weird though. This channel has been where I've basically had the second half of my childhood. It's where I've kind of grown up. I mean, I've really, like, it's weird. When I was little, I thought video games were the stupidest thing. I had no interest in them, and then everything kind of changed when I got my own iPad. Oh, excuse me, my throat's drying out. I think what changed. What's funny is when I originally got my iPad, I really just wanted it for like educational purposes. I wanted to take look at. I wanted to help study for stuff. I wanted to use the internet, and I also mainly just wanted to like I guess one thing I also really wanted to do was have an ability to like, just like organize documents and stuff, like look at like maps and stuff like that, geeky stuff that you would be surprised a 4th grader would want. But as I started realizing how cool video games were, I'm like, hey. And then as I dove into YouTube, that kind of it was a life-changing moment. I mean, it definitely defines a lot of my life now that I made that decision. I mean, it was one of the greatest decisions I think I ever made. Now there are days where, I mean, there's been days where I did question whether or not it was really that good of a decision, and right now I'm in a stage where I think it was a really positive choice. Now, when I was in my deep depression, I was a little more split about it. I'm like, oh boy, because I do think this online stuff has given my social anxiety a bit more of an advantage over me, because I can get around talking to people, so it's forced me to. It basically led me from being shy to having full-blown social anxiety, and so, I mean, in that sense, this was a negative, but the amount of experience and memories I've gotten out of this place is just... You just can't...
What level are you then?
Oh, no, I don't know what level I am. On the server, I'm 211. I'm pretty damn good.
I know, it's gotten you a lot of experience, hasn't it?
But
shoot me, I know.
Yeah, I am still excited though for what's left in the Titancraft series again. There's so much more to come this season. I mean, we're gonna really dive into the districts again in the coming episodes, and the Nether Hub and Spawn. Those are my objectives. Working on Spawn Town districts, the Nether Hub, and Spawn. And maybe a bit of work on spawn roads. I kind of want to, from now on though. I did so much work on the first 2 spawn roads. I know Ducky helped with a lot on one of them. So the other ones I'm gonna kind of leave up to the community, because the spawn roads are one of those things that, for people that are kind of met with doing stuff for community builds, the spawn road is one of the easiest things, because you just have to terraform stuff as you go, and you just follow a dedicated pattern the entire time. And so building spawn road really is not difficult. Anybody can do it, as long as you can follow a pattern. So, I mean, I definitely don't want to dive too much more time into that. I already put a lot of episodes in Spawn Roads earlier in the season.
That was a much greater advancement.
And as we get farther, and I do want to say that pretty soon, I am going to start working on the design for my own personal base of the season, my full base. I can't wait to unveil it. I guess I kind of hinted at it for a while, but my general timeline is kind of roughly along the following. I'd like to commence this construction of it in August, and complete construction probably around Thanksgiving. Maybe a little bit in 2021 if need be, but I want a base that I can actually use for half a year. That's my goal. And it's also worth noting why I say if it goes past Thanksgiving, why it would spill into 2021. There's probably going to be an Advent thing this season. I mean, I'm not going to spoil it or not, but looking at Titancraft history, we've done it a lot, and we're trying to do a lot of things we've done in the past, but do it better this season. So we'll probably look at doing something like that. Now, do I have any idea what type of Advent thing we might be looking at doing? I don't know. It might just be a daily streak. I mean, I don't think we're going to do a Season 3 roleplay style thing again. If we do, at least I'm going to do a better job at it. I mean, Season 3, I kind of cringed out. I was watching the episode before we went to do it, and I thought I was kind of secretive with my plans that season. No, I was like, on YouTube, I'm like, oh yeah, there's something special coming up in the next episode. It's for Advent, and I'm like, but I'm not telling you guys what it is, but there's an Advent thing. I'm like, oh my god, me of the past, like, shut up. And I kept hinting like there's gonna require more editing than usual, and I'm like, seriously, why was I literally spoiled all my plans. I'm like, ugh. And like me now would never do that, but me then I guess was chill with it. I don't know.
I mean, you just did.
Well, I mean, I'm confirming that we might do something for Advent. I'm not saying what.
No, I mean like in terms of the season.
Yeah. I don't know. It
Oh
would.
boy.
Yeah. It. And of course, that acting was. Oh boy, Season 3. That wasn't a good. I mean, I have kind of, I won't lie, I have been tempted to try some Titancraft roleplay again. If we do it again, it's gonna be, if not completely scripted, it's going to be, like, it's going to have a proper storyboard that people have to follow. The problem with full-on improv is that it goes off the rails way too easy. And so, if we ever do attempt another roleplay series, keep that in mind. That it will definitely be much more professionally done than what we've done in the past. I mean, most of the things we're doing now is more professionally done. And I guess as another nod here, as we kind of
let me sleep since I've been another for like a couple hours.
Okay, that sounds fair enough. As I finish getting some of this terracotta. I guess looking towards the future now, though, there are a lot of more group of. Oh my god, it's so fun to watch the stars move. It's so trippy, but so cool. We zoom by moon.
But there's memes mobs spawn now. A little bit.
A little bit, but not.
Oh, what the frick?
What?
I was walking in my house and there's a llama in my face.
Oh?
There's a wandering shitter spawned on the second floor and the llama was like at the door.
I've heard there's an iceberg biome right next to the mesa here.
Yeah, it's to the south. He has nautilus shells. Give me.
But definitely, I mean, I kind of have been hinting. Traveling merchant. Terraria reference.
I got the emeralds.
But
now you die.
Oh no. I guess cow tipper.
I hate cow tipper on a llama.
That's fun. I remember when people got cow tipper on horses, but
Pow!
Okay, what I'm trying to say here. Oh yeah. So the other thing I want to say for events that are kind of coming up somewhat soon is regarding, I know I keep hinting that I really want to do a UHC. It's on, I can officially say it's on my list of to-dos to try to figure out when I could do it. Like, that's the earliest, for me, when I'm officially starting to do planning. Before I even really run by my plan with everybody else. Oh my god, no. Oh, okay. Anyways, before.
He likes you.
What's funny, the last time I died on camera and lost my no death streak was exactly 100 episodes ago, so that would have been kind of coincidental if I would have.
100 episodes?
Huh?
Was it 100 episodes?
Yeah, it was 100 episodes ago I died. I mean, my no death streak technically was reset after that when I died off camera that one time when I was semi AFK. But I mean, now the daily streak, not the daily streak, the no death streak is up to 18.66 days, by the way.
Don't worry, you're only 8 days ahead.
But definitely, I would like to do a UHC soon. I just can't promise you when. Plus, I wouldn't tell you when if I knew anyways. Exactly, I might give rough hints, but I'm not gonna say when. But I am going to try getting a UHC done again. We haven't done one. I mean, the last one we did was at the very end of Season 5, and I mean, so many things have changed since Season 5. I think it would only be right to do one later this year, or later this summer, yeah. Which I guess also hinting, Titancraft Marathon live streams, I would like to do more of them. I know I said that way back after the 2018 holiday one, and we never have done another one, and
another one.
I'm trying to figure out what the planning behind it's going to require, because it does require a lot of scheduling for me. Way more than anybody else, because other people can kind of just go in and out as they please. I mean, I really hope that some people would stay up all night with me, otherwise I'm going to get really lonely in the overnight part of the stream. But, to the point where I'd probably get bored and fall asleep, and I'd be so good. I'd feel bad if I was like some people. I mean, I've had several friends that said, oh, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream, and they get bored like 12, 15 hours in. And I would hate to join them in that club of people that kind of do that false advertising. So, I mean, hopefully I'd have people to stay up with me. But my planning would, picking a day would be the hardest thing for me, because I do have quite a busy life IRL on being on a farm. And so, trying to get privacy for an entire day would be extremely difficult for me. But I could try it. I mean, I've done more insane stuff in my life. But like,
Alabama farm.
I'm sure like right here, Mr. Kloos would be interested in joining for a 24-hour stream party.
Possibly.
Possibly. Oh no, well, that's going backwards. And I'm trying to think of some of the other tenants that have confirmed that they would.
Yeah,
like to...
yeah, most likely, yeah.
There's a few other Titans that have told me that if they're around. I mean, Killer said he would like to join for at least most of it. I think Smite said he's down for one. So I mean, Logan, if it was during December, Logan probably would join me. But December is almost. Winter vacation went from being the best time a few years ago to now being one of the worst. Now that I'm spending like full time at my farm again. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up the episode here. I'm very actually proud. In the last 2 episodes, we got an entire shulker box of terracotta. So I mean. And off camera, I did mine some red terracotta for an upcoming project that I plan. So, I mean, we are making progress on getting the terracotta required for the Nether Hub. It's going to be extremely expensive, but at least we're making progress on that front. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's episode. We will be back again tomorrow with day 176 of the series. And I guess with that continuation, I have plans to start I guess a really short-lived second. Oh, a free name tag. That's fun. I found it in a minecart chest on the surface here, but I can't wait to the. Oh god, that advancement's back. I really am looking forward to doing some short-lived projects here, and then we'll get back into the big stuff. I kind of had to. I've done it in the past a few times where I do a few minor projects to get everybody else kicked off on a bigger project. And that's what we had to do. And I'll explain fully in the next episode what I mean with that. I can't wait to talk about it. It's going to be fun. Also, this episode's probably going up earlier than Titancraft episodes have in a long time. So we're going up at like 3 p.m. or something instead of 3 p.m. might be a little bit lucky. It might be going up at like 7 or 8. But anyways, this episode's probably going up at a way different time than usual. And that's because tonight hopefully if all goes well, I'm going to be live streaming Terraria, so go check out the channel if you're watching this and it goes up, because it's going to be fun. I haven't streamed Terraria since before 1.4 came out, and so it'll be my first 1.4 stream, and I'm sure that there's going to be some more news on my channel about that around the same time as this episode going on. So anyways, on the note, have yourselves a great day. It's enough rambling. This has been a Titancraft, and we will see you guys
in the next episode
of Titancraft
Season 10.
Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.